How can we witness the wonders of nature in our daily lives?
Nature is so powerful
That at any given place, with the right focus, it can show us something awe-inspiring. That's one of the lessons of this month's EarthKind Harmony Hero teaches her students. Learning this focus isn't easy. Whether we choose to protect monarch butterflies with a way station or simply choose to buy sustainable products, it's the focus on change that matters. Today, we'll learn from eco-teacher Caroline Little on how she helps her students adapt this frame of mind. Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
From myself and all of us at EarthKind, we are so excited to name you our June Harmony Hero.
Thank you so much. It's such a great honor.
Awesome. So, Caroline, tell us what you've been up to.
Well, this year I've been really trying to get my students outside as much as possible. And so we go outside to these wonder spots, these areas where they sit and they observe nature once a week for about 20 minutes at a time.
Can you tell us about the favorite wonder spot?
My personal favorite wonder spot is right on the pond where there's a little deck. You go out and we could see the migration of the Canadian geese come back, dragonflies, big green dragonflies, the turtles. There's just so much life. I love it.
Caroline, what do you hope these students will learn from the wonder spots?
They go to the same location throughout the entire year for 20 minutes to sit. And they started noticing things like, when is a plant dead and when is it dormant? Why do some insects live underground and some up in a tree? Their realizations and noticing of the way nature works and lives has just been amazing.
Do you have a favorite story of an aha moment that happened from a wonder spot?
2 years ago, my class of 7th graders buried a planet that looks just like this, 3D printed PLA plastic. And it's supposed to be biodegradable because it's made out of corn. And we were checking for signs of biodegradation. I asked them, what do you think is going to happen when we dig it up? They all thought nothing, that it was just going to be gone. And their surprise when we dug it up 2 years later and the globe is still intact was palpable. They were shocked at how long plastics take to decompose.
What kind of a lesson or a takeaway
Was that for a student that could actually change their behavior and impact their lives?
Well, I think it's a good takeaway because they can look at the single-use plastics that are so readily available in their world that they take a long time and then they affect different animals and organisms that live in the earth. And we're not just the only ones here, and that our actions have repercussions.
Can you share with us what a full sensory experience is?
Well, especially for a student who's so used to being on screen, getting outside, feeling the wind on your face, smelling the crispness of either apples that are starting to ripen or apple blossoms, and just feeling the snowfall, all of these things really help impact how they started to look at their environment and their wonder spot. And they just felt like they just kind of belonged. They were excited to go out and see their spot.
Would you share with us what you and your family are doing to protect the monarch and how that spills back over into your classroom?
Yeah, so my family and I have been searching for milkweed leaves, and on milkweed leaves searching for monarch eggs. And then my youngest daughter brings them in and starts raising them into caterpillars. And then that starts coming into my classroom because I start pointing out the milkweed when we're outside at our wonder spots.
Caroline, would you share with us why
It's so important to be protecting the eggs.
Well, it's super important to protect the eggs because only about 10% of the monarch butterfly eggs that are laid will ever mature into adult monarch butterflies. So in protecting the egg and helping the caterpillar grow, we are helping the monarch butterfly population survive.
Caroline, would you share with us what a trip to the monarch winter habitat would mean to you?
This would be amazing, not just for me, but also for my community. And to be able to document that what my students are doing in their backyards to raise these monarch caterpillars and see them go from our spot in Minnesota, which gets super cold, and where they then fly down to Mexico to live over the winter months and then return. And to know that what they're doing makes a difference. I think that would just be the biggest thing for me.
Thank you so much for being our June Harmony Hero. We couldn't be more thrilled at the work you're doing and the contribution you're making to society in Minnesota.
Thank you so much. It is such a huge honor to be EarthKind's June teacher.
Click to watch our intro video with Dr. Court Whelan, National Habitat Adventure Guide and entomologist, who will be accompanying our winner and 3 of their guests to the central Mexican mountains to see the monarch winter home.
See you next month.